approximately 8,000, 8,500, 9,000 US dollars. But if you ask me, I would say go for 9,000 US dollars, which is around 4 million naira. Guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for joining today. Today's video, I want to talk about something which is not very common. You may not find it common on YouTube, but of course, I will always go deep to bring out the information. So I want to talk about how you can move from Czech Republic, from Nigeria to Czech Republic. So I'll be talking about some of the things you need to know. But before I talk about these things, please, if you are new to the channel, subscribe, alright? Subscribe and push us to 25,000 at the end of December. Please subscribe and like this video as well. Thank you so much. Because if you do this, you are pushing us ahead. Thank you so much for understanding. So I want to talk about how you can move from Africa, from Nigeria in 2023 to Czech Republic using basically a student visa. There is something I want to say first before I continue with the video. A lot of embassies nowadays are not having let me say, are not giving out appointments to students, but because I think it should be workload, it is not COVID-19 anymore. It should just be workload. You know, during the COVID-19 seasons, a lot of these diplomatic missions, they had a lot of work, all right, after the closure and opening of most of the offices. So they are still trying to balance up. So if you want to move to a country like the Czech Republic, you should understand that it may somehow be pretty difficult, but it's going to take time. But of course, it is going to be positive. What I'm saying here is, even if it takes time for your visa to be out, at the end of the day, you will still get the visa to move to Czech Republic, if and only if you provide the money. Now, again, remember that if you want to study in the Czech Republic, if you are not using a sponsor, you should try to produce or to show for at least 4 million francs in your own personal bank account. Alright? Showing 4 million francs in your bank account is advantage you. The reason is because this money is yours. Alright? You want to tell the officials that when you move to Czech Republic, you are going to be using this money. Not like the case of a sponsor that they know that a sponsor will still be working back home and sending money to you. You understand? Now, 4 million should be around 4 million naira. And if you calculate that money very well, you will see that it's around 9,000 US dollars. Approximately 8,000, 8,500, 9,000 US dollars. But if you ask me, I would say go for 9,000 US dollars, which is around 4 million naira and approximately 4.5 or 4.3 million CFA francs, Cameroon money. That is the money you need in case you want to use somebody, in case you want to use your account and not an account of a sponsor, alright? So that is something you should note. I wanted to say this before I forget. Now, let's move. If you want to migrate to Czech Republic in 2023, what are some of the things that you need to do? First, you need an admissions letter. I was telling somebody 2 days ago that if you ask me, I would say the best way to migrate abroad, either alone or with family or with your spouse, is through education. There are some countries where you can get admissions, and of course, you apply. As you are applying for the visa, your spouse is equally benefiting from the visa application, but you have to double the proof of funds. Alright, some of these countries include Sweden, Canada, and of course Austria. But again, Iceland and Ireland. But this time you have to double the proof of funds, and it is usually very difficult. That is why I always encourage people to go for grad school, because if you have a spouse who is going to grad school, especially if that spouse is going for a STEM-based program. STEM-based programs are mostly science-related, like chemistry, mathematics, physics, geology, environmental science. All those science subjects are mostly STEM-based. If your spouse is going for STEM-based, it means that the visa he or she is applying to, you would also benefit and accompany him or she to the United States. But it all depends again, because when you are applying, most of the schools will ask you, are you applying, will you be moving with somebody, do you have children? You have to indicate, and if you don't indicate before your letter comes out, it will be difficult for you to change the letter. I hope you understand. So this is how it usually works. Now, for Czech Republic, you may not be able to migrate with kids or family. But I just wanted you to know all of these things. Now, first, how do you get the admissions to the Czech Republic? All right. Remember, their currency is not euros. They use the Czech krona. All right. Same like the Iceland, who use Icelandic krona. All right. A lot of countries, even the Swedish krona is still used in Sweden. So if you want to get admissions, of course, you need to locate a university. There are a lot of schools I will be bringing videos about Right now I still have more videos, or let me say a lot of videos on this channel where I talked about some schools that are very cheap. Of course, there are cheap schools in Czech Republic that you can spend just 500 euros and you study. Just that a lot of people don't know and they don't want to check. But I will fund them, I will fish them out and bring them to you, all right, so that you can digest immediately. Now let's go back to the schools. After you check the schools, you check the requirements, you check the deadlines, you need now to submit the documents. And what are the documents you are submitting? Of course, your international passport. It's a student I am mentoring, and she wanted to apply for grad school. She came and paid consultation and I gave her the details. Now it was time for her to start filling the application. She realized that she needs to submit her passport details, and she came back to me asking. That was when I realized that she don't have a passport. She doesn't have a passport. No, if you don't have a passport, please get one. Get a passport before you start any study abroad journey, because you never can know where they are going to demand for the passport. They may ask you before the admissions, like schools in Poland, you have to submit passport details. Schools in Lithuania, you have to submit passport details, all right? And so many other places. So when you don't have a passport, it is not going to be very perfect, all right? It is not going to be good. I don't even encourage students to apply without a passport, because I know what it means. Even the admissions committee, if they notice that you don't have a passport, they will not give you the admissions. The reason is because they are afraid that they may give you and you finally don't move to Czech Republic. I hope you understand. So the documents, after looking at the schools, the documents you need to submit include your CV, letter, or your statement of purpose. That is a very important document that you need. And equally, you need, let me say, your bachelor's degree certificate and the transcript, all right? If you are applying for a master's degree, then if you are applying for a bachelor's, you need your YX certificate, your WASI certificate, or maybe the NAPTEC, okay? Because these are basically high school qualification. For those from Cameroon, you need your O and your advanced level, ordinary levels and advanced level certificate. All right, if you have the certificate, then that is fine. If you don't have, then submit the slips, all right, while you look for the certificates, because at the end of the day, you have to prove that you actually have those certificates. So that is something you should know. Then the other document, I already talked about the WASI. So your passport is up to date. That is another thing. Try to get a passport and make sure the passport is up to date. If it's about to expire, throw it away, or not throw it away, just throw it and look for another one. The reason I'm saying, the meaning of throwing it away means that you should do another one. That is what I mean, all right? So after you do that and submit these documents, of course the application form is going to be online. When you submit this document, it will not take long for you to receive an admissions letter. It all depends on the school you are applying to, by the way. Have the admissions letter, you have to apply for the visa. But there is a system that is used in the Czech Republic. When you have the admissions letter, they are not going to give you the admissions letter. They will send it to you via DHL. But remember, the money for DHL, you have to pay for it. You might have already paid for it alongside the application fee. They will not even give you, all right? All you need to do is to wait. They will send it to you, but before they send it to you, you have to pay your tuition fee after admissions, all right? When you pay your tuition fee after admissions, of course, they are going to explain everything to you. They will send the admissions letter to you via DHL, and of course, then they will equally send any document that you need to apply for the visa. There will be emails, is because of something personal. So all you need to know is that as soon as you gain the admissions, you have to pay your tuition fee. Then they will send the documents to DHL to you. If you need any other document, you have to send it to Czech Republic, because you have to gather all your documents as well. Then you put them in an envelope, you send through DHL to take it to them, so they can confirm that your documents are real documents and give you the admissions offer. Until you send your documents to them, they verify before they will be able to send your admissions letter alongside your other documents. Remember, I talked about your tuition fee already, or let me say proof of funds, all right? Now there is another thing. When they send the documents through DHL, all right, you have to authenticate the documents. Even if you do not authenticate the documents, when you reach Czech Republic, they will verify if it's true or not. If it's false, they will know. The documents are okay, you have to now apply for visa. But to start the visa process, you need to have a lot of things into consideration. First, you need to pay for insurance. Insurance can be paid using Swisscare, Azar Insurance, and so many others, all right? Be careful, because someone told me last time that he was scammed when he tried buying an internet, is it an internet? No, a flight insurance online, not flight but insurance. It was insurance. So you may need to verify from people who have traveled there already, or you verify legit and let me say insurance company that are renowned in Nigeria or in Cameroon or in Africa. For example, I know AXA. All right, verify from them. You buy an insurance, and of course you buy a flight or you book a flight, reserve a flight, because if they don't see this flight reservation and medical insurance, you are not going to get the visa. All right, sometimes it takes 2 months, sometimes it takes a week, sometimes it takes 3 months. All right, it all depends on who is applying for the visa and the documents, the nature of the documents. So these are some of the things I wanted you to understand. That Czech Republic is soon going to be open. I have videos already, and I'll be filming the videos ASAP. All right, so if you want to migrate to Czech Republic, just check these videos and many more on the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel here, all right, and like this video now, please. Thank you so much for understanding, so that a lot of things can change. Until we meet again in another one, I will bring more videos about how to apply, proof of funds, everything you need to know. Okay, until we meet again, bye.